Before we get fully started here, I think I probably should kind of chime in on some of the drama that happened over the weekend. And that happened particularly on Saturday when I was heading to Burbank. If you guys were wondering why I didn't take part on it, which, well, I don't think it would have made a difference anyways, because I don't know if there was any resolution that happened there. Maybe a little bit, I don't know. But I'm sure a lot of people were talking about it, the scooper drama, I guess you could say, that started right as I was about to get ready. So obviously, you guys, if anybody was tuning into that Twitter space, it went on for almost 5 hours. I think it was 4 hours, 45 minutes. I probably caught maybe an hour of it. I don't know. And I didn't go back because I was like, eh. But, yeah, if you guys are wondering, I was there and then not there, then not there, and then I was driving. I was driving out to Burbank, and I wasn't going to just start, yay, as I'm driving going, hey, everybody, here I am. So, here's my issue. I wasn't going to do that. But, yeah, so basically... if anybody did not know, there was a Twitter space that had to do with like the scooper drama, that we've kind of, we've talked about and everything like that when it comes to, when it comes to certain scoopers, of course, Sil and Mikey Sutton. That's what happened. And right off the bat, obviously when it came to all that, there's some people that are in the chat that were also involved, and some people that, that I'm friends with, mutuals with, that were all involved when it came to all that. And, of course, my name came up in some of the conversation. The stuff that I heard was interesting. I heard some freaking meltdowns, that's for damn sure. Holy shit. There were some meltdowns that I heard. I was like, whoa. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of glad I'm not involved in this, because I'm like, some of the people, I'm like, hearing some of the people involved, and I'm like, I don't know, jeez, so it was pretty insane when it came to that. But I will give credit to Sil for actually walking into a lion's den, literally walking into, joining a space that has people has a problem with them. So respect to actually walking in there and trying to, defend yourself. So I will say that, because I was like, wow, I'm actually surprised that. It was funny too, because when I left, I was listening to it on my way over the hill there, and then of course it cut out, because bad service. And then when we got on the freeway heading out to Burbank, put it on again, and I was like, wow, it's still in there, still doing it, still going on. And then of course I heard some just like craziness that was happening in there. It was pretty damn interesting. So. But yeah, it was like in that kind of platform, it's kind of hard to do moderation. I mean, really, if you're gonna do something like that, I think that it'd be better like on a YouTube platform or something else, and have a good moderator, a good moderation. I mean, people involved, Saggy was involved, and some other people, RJ. Try to do your best, but it's really hard in that. I think it's hard in that particular space, but. Yeah, when it comes to all that, I don't know if like any kind of resolutions came out that, because I know it was like the biggest thing was the fact that he was pushing back against the RT Ayer Cut Twitter handle that is very much in contact with David Ayer, and that was like the biggest thing. And it was like, yeah, and even I'm just kind of like, what the hell? So, but when it comes to me, and my whole thing when it comes to Sil, Mikey Sutton, stuff like that, you guys know that sometimes, when I hear stuff that comes out from them, I question it. I back up and go, I don't know about that, and I do that. But what was funny is one of the things I heard, I was actually listening while it happened, was when my name got brought up, I think he said something about me coming at him first. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, because I don't think that was the case. Because backstory, the first time I've ever had any kind of any kind of interaction with Sil was it was actually a while ago. This is when Lightcast and the Culture Nerd were still in the picture, and he was very much in that group under their wings, which kind of makes you go, maybe he learned something or two, possibly. And we were doing a vodka stream, and he was in the chat. He showed up in the chat and was riling up the chat. Maybe some of you remember, who have been around that long, riling up the chat and talking against things that were being said, particularly because Garza was on there. I had to stop the discussion and call him out and tell him to stop. If you want to go back to that, I don't even know which one it was. I had to tell him to stop. Now, he apologized. which good on him. Always good to do that. He did apologize, so respect right there. But yeah, that was my first interaction when it came to that. So I'm guessing when it says the hate that was thrown that way was probably when I started making like, okay, the word imminent. The word imminent, you guys know I hate that word because it's just like so general. It's like the sleazy scooping word, like, yeah, it's imminent. It's imminent. So then when it actually happens, you go, hey, I called it, right? I said it was imminent. So I was right. And I'm like, no, that's just not how this stuff could work. I think one of my questions would have been, like, okay, if we're talking about hate being thrown back and forth, I know apparently he's called me a court jester or something like that. I don't give a shit. You know, sometimes, I mean, maybe I'll put a court jester hat on and start dancing. That's what I do. I dance for you guys. I don't care. I try to make it entertaining, whatever. But, I think one of the things that I would ask is be like, okay, so why do you have 3-hour plus streams where you invite on sociopaths? Well, I don't know. Yeah, people that just really don't like me and bringing up old beefs and then talk shit nonstop and talk shit about the TPZ guys, Chris Wong Swenson, about anybody, all of us, anybody who's had a closer connection with Zach. Why do you invite that on your platform? That's what I would have asked if I partook in the discussion that happened. I'm like, okay, you want to talk about hate being thrown one way, and then you have literal moderators throwing hate my way too because I had Zach on a few weeks ago and didn't ask the right questions. That's probably what I would have asked when it came to all that. I'm kind of wondering, like, why would you actually invite that? If we're trying to be peaceful, why would you invite that? Because, you know, when you have like a 3-hour plus bitch session of like of people that just that are in connection, that have a close relationship with Zack Snyder, why are you going to invite that on the platform and have that on the platform? It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense because all it sounds like is just a bitch fest, a jealousy fest. You're projecting jealousy that way because some people did that, and they keep on talking about access. It's like, what do you want me to do? Sorry that I built up a relationship with one of my all-time favorite directors. Should I apologize for that? No, I should not. So it was always like, that was like a weird thing. That was a very weird thing. Very strange. Just very strange. And I'm never going to apologize for that. I'm never going to apologize for that. But then at the same time, when you're doing these scoops, you're going to get pushback for people who are more in the know. I'm going to trust, like when it came to the whole Justice League 2 and 3 scoop thing, the whole social experiment, which is still being talked about. And I've actually personally asked Zach about that last year. He said no, and then this year, of course, there's been no conversation with that. But then you got the TPZ guys who recently hung out with Zach, who are calling bullshit, saying it's a lie. I'm going to trust that. Just like I'm going to trust the fact that RT Ayer Cut is in close contact with David Ayer, and he is feeding them the information, so I'm going to trust that. But then, of course, then all of a sudden it's called gatekeeping, which makes no sense. Gatekeeping is not that. It's just like, no. It's like, if I know that it's wrong, I'm going to say that it's wrong. That is not right. That is not gatekeeping. Stop that. That's what I would say. That's what I would have said if I partook in that. Anyways, so there you go, guys. I don't know if anything's going to get better when it comes to all this. Who knows? You know, I try to stay out of it as much as possible. I don't really try to, like, you know, obviously anytime I refer to them or just anybody who's in the scooping game, I call them the Scoopsy Daisies now. That's just like my name for it. I'm not trying to be like, I'm not making like, you know, 3-hour long streams in the Vodka stream bitching about them. We don't do that. The Vodka stream is just a relaxed, cool, we're talking about the stuff that we like. It's positive. That's what, you know, that's what I like about that. We shouldn't do that. So let's just be cool. Just be cool, all right? So we'll see what happens. But I mean, again, you know, scoop sounds a little different. You're going to get pushback. Again, it's a slimy game. And if you can't handle it, get out of the game. Get out of the game. It really is like, you know, and I get it. Some of these other scoopers too, they, talking with my buddy who's in the business, I mean, there's some scoopers that will, you know, the studios will use scoopers to get information out there just to push narratives too, by the way. And that's how they, you know, sometimes get some of this information. It's pretty interesting, but if you're trying to build up to that, I don't know if you actually want to do that. It's just it's a slimy game. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, hopefully I didn't talk about that too long. But yeah, let's go forward. Let's be positive. David Ayer needs us. Okay? He needs us. Put all the petty shit behind us.